Well, what's up, Mr. Edwin Medina? How are you? Now that semester's over.
Good. Good. It was a tough semester with the current pandemic going on, but I think it was great. My first great experience transferring over to university.
Oh, you transferred in right now? Or this past semester?
Yeah.
Where are you from? Or what school did you come from?
Well, I came from Wright College, so City Colleges of Chicago.
Nice, same, me too. Nice. Hey, some Wright College alum. So the reason I wanted to sit, virtually sit down with you is because our school has the thing called GetSet, and our professor, Dr. Michael Bedell, Dr. Michael Bedell, said that you have a big hand in that, right?
hmm
So what do you have to do with Get Set? Like, why did he always ask you specifically?
The reason why he came to me was, well, there's I was doing Get Set at Wright College beforehand.
Okay.
So I was already involved with them. I was using the platform. I was testing it with students, and then the pandemic hit, and then I was trying to use it to as a resource to connect with students. At the same time, while I was still at Wright. I know NEIU was trying to get set up and running, but it wasn't working the way they wanted it to. So we're gonna try again in the fall. Once I transferred over to NEIU, at this time I hold a board position. What's- What is it? Student advisor. I sit on the student advisory council, not board position.
Okay.
For GetSet for the company itself. So they asked us and a group of other students across the nation feedback on GetSet user experience and things like that. I transferred over. I got into Dean Bedell's class. I saw that he was also in um, in one of their committees as an advisory committee. So I was like, okay, this is amazing. Let me connect with them and let me tell him that I'm also part of GetSet, and that's how me and him ended up a
Oh, that's
networking team.
cool. That's really cool.
Yeah.
So you actually reached out to the dean, and the dean was like, "Hell yeah, dude! Let's make this a big part of the class."
Mm-hmm.
Oh, dude, that's really dope, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's that. So then, Get Set is more than just at our school.
Mm-hmm. It is. I know. I can't quite. I don't know the name of the school, but it's part of the GetSet is part of the curriculum. So it's integrated into their curriculum that they have to use GetSet. So I know part of that has also increased the retention of students.
I remember somebody said there's no teachers on it. Why is that?
Um,
Or like, you
just
know what I mean?
because
Like nobody that works for the school like that is on it.
the reason why it's kind of like I would say it's another social media, but
Uh-huh.
targeted for students. Um, So if you, and especially depending on what you're posting, maybe you might be want to be vulnerable to students, but you might not want your professor to know certain things about you.
Hmm.
So I think like me and you, I might tell you something like, man, I'm having some troubles at home, financially, things are not working out. I would not want my professor to see that and be like, hey, I saw that you were struggling financially. Like, I could help you out. I would appreciate that. But then there's that kind of invasion of privacy.
Uh-huh. That's really cool. And I actually reached out to you on Get Set, funny enough,
hmm
because otherwise you would have been, no offense, but like just another person in my class, and we had like 25, 30.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
we had
It
three,
was.
3 or 4 classes, and everybody's this semester. Most people were just like that default background on Zoom.
hmm
Yeah, I don't know. I thought it was kind of cool. But I don't know. For me, it's a little weird only because I don't even use Facebook. I don't use Instagram. I don't use Snapchat. I don't use any kind of social media. So that's the only thing that was tough for me on GetSet. I don't know. Also, I had another question. Like, should people seemed a little more professional? You know what I mean?
And GetSet.
Yeah. I don't know if you noticed that.
Um, I just I can see why. I guess it depends. They're reading their environment and they're seeing the things that other students are talking about.
Uh-huh.
So I think it's like kind of time and place. At the same time, there's always those reports that go to administration that they see. So if you're like, because it's still part of the school, kind of. So this is still part of the school. So there's, I think, the student code of conduct
It's
might be.
it's not on school grounds, but it's like
Mhm.
school's virtual grounds, I guess.
Mhm.
That makes sense. So then I had no idea that Wright College had GetSet. Like, was that new this past spring?
Yeah,
Or
it
were that?
started. Well, when did you graduate from Wright?
When did I graduate? Oof. Summer of 2019. Oh my God, time flies.
Okay, so summer 2019. Summer 2019, we were talking about Get Set. It launched that summer, going into fall.
Oh, that makes sense. Okay, maybe that's a pretty good reason for me not to know because it was there after me.
Hmm. It was, you just missed the cutoff time.
Yeah. Um, it's nationwide. Do you feel like our school is gonna embrace it? Because you said that over the spring it wasn't what implemented the right way. I
Hmm.
don't know, created enough buzz.
Yeah.
Do you think our school's gonna do it?
It's like, I guess it's like any other social media. Um, if there's enough engagement, the traffic will come.
Hmm.
So if the content is there and then students see the value in it, I think it's gonna work. You just have to incentivize it a little bit. It's like, going back to all of my marketing classes, like, how can you drive your engagement in here so students see the value, see what they can get out of it, see the benefits. So as long as we're able to like capitalize on the concept of what GetSet is, I think we could see the students actually using it, how it's for its purpose.
Well, don't we have like 5,000 students at our school? Something like that?
We do, but this GetSet's only available to the college business right now.
Really?
Mhm.
Oh, why is that? Is it
It's
closer?
just,
That's,
I think it's just part of like, what else can we offer college of business students? What more value can we add besides just the classroom experience? So now it's like kind of like as a college of business student, then hey, you get set, you get handshake, and maybe I wasn't there for all the student life when it was physical, but those are just the ones that I was able to engage with during this semester.
so then was this your first semester at Northeastern?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, what do you think?
You know what? I I was paying a little less at Wright College, for community college. I was paying a lot less, and I enjoyed the experience.
Really?
So outside the classroom and inside the classroom, I enjoyed it. So over here right now, my first semester, since it's virtual, I don't have the experience just besides the experience of my screen and my room.
Yeah,
There's a lot of comfort in it, but there's not a whole lot of experience.
I feel that. Yeah, being virtual is so weird. My so my first semester was this past spring, so
Mhm.
I had 10 weeks of normal, or no, 8 weeks of normal, and then it was all virtual since then. So we're almost in the same boat.
Yeah,
I don't know, man. Right college, I feel like that was an extension of high school, if that makes sense.
really.
Well, I mean, I feel like I saw a lot of the same people from high school.
Mhm.
It's like I know all you people already. Want to be new
See,
people?
I think it's different for me because one, I dropped out of high school, so
Hmm.
high school was not for me. Going back into college, I'm also an adult learner, so I'm I'm not 18, 19, so I'm not gonna see the same people, especially since I took my I wasn't trying to speed through my education at right, so I was sticking into manageable pieces.
Hmm.
So I think I got like what the college experience is supposed to be. I
Hmm.
know I heard a lot of that before, especially from TAF students. So it's like TAF 2.0.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I didn't go to TAF, but yeah, it did feel that way. Wait, so you're an adult learner too? How old are you?
I am 28.
28? Dude, I'm about to be 26. We're millennials still, I think.
Yeah,
I don't know how that works because they got names
no,
for everything now.
there's millennials. I don't know. I'm not even gonna start trying to figure it out. All I
Because
know
they
is I'm a millennial.
because they try to say what millennial is like 25 to like 35 now or something.
I think yeah, no, I think that's Generation Y. It's Gen Y. Uh-huh. Those are right before after the baby boomers.
People born in the 70s and 80s.
I'm guessing, yeah.
None of that shit ever made sense to me.
No,
Matter
my
of fact,
good.
who's naming that? That's what I want to know.
Exactly. So who's in charge of naming these?
Not gonna lie, I kind of like our label, millennials, because like once in 1,000 years, like I feel
Hmm.
like that's definitely me, man. I don't know if that's how you feel, but yeah, dude, going to school's tough. Going to school is definitely tough. You know,
So
I'll go ahead.
how did you transition from um, being at you experienced 8 weeks of university life, and then you went into virtual. So what was that like?
I'm gonna be totally honest with you. My favorite part was being able to go to the gym and playing basketball. That was now not gonna lie, the professors were absolutely fabulous, and it was nice being able to go to meetings in person, like student life development or having speakers there. We had a guy from India in the spring talking about like artificial intelligence. So that was really cool. But my favorite part has to be going to the gym. I don't know. I feel like I never paid, or I always paid for a gym membership, but I never went. But if I have 2 hours between classes and it's already right there, I might as well go work out.
Mhm.
But that sadly that was only 8 weeks, 9 weeks, and then I haven't been there since. To
I
the gym
think
name.
I went once. No, I went a couple of times actually, but it
But
was just like in and out to the building, to the
oh
campus.
wait, you've never besides those 2 times you've never been inside like exploring the school?
I have, but usually I'm with someone and I'm accompanying them either to go to the financial aid office or nothing. I've never seen the student life there. I've seen like different departments, but not the actual student life.
Is there people there? Like, are you able to see people, or is it just like a ghost town?
It was a ghost town.
Oh,
It was a ghost town.
it really does look like a movie set. I don't know. That's the feeling I got. Like
Hmm.
everybody just looked so nice. You like 90210, some shit like that,
Yeah.
or Dawson's Creek. I don't know. I should say that I've never actually seen those shows, but I assume that that's what it would look like. So, what exactly was your title regarding GetSet? Like, did you have a title? You do have a title, right?
Yeah, the GetSet lead student ambassador. Yeah, that's what it was.
Say it with confidence, man.
Yeah.
So what are the benefits for something like that?
Um, it's just, I guess, like me being in the business, going into the business field,
Mhm.
the benefits and the value I see is that one is I get some of the experience of like leading a team. So those using those managerial skills that we learn in class
Yeah.
and putting that theory into practice. Um, it's also like seeing some of your ideas come to life as well.
Mhm.
Um, and then just having fun, just having fun with it, just seeing like what can you throw out there to like make it better.
So you have a team? Like you're the leader?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Give me 1 second. Hey, what's up, Oscar? You gotta get through. Oh, I'm sorry. Hello.
Mm.
Get myself situated again. So like, do you? What do you get? Like, are you an employee for the school now?
Oh, I get a scholarship.
Oh my God, money.
Yeah.
Cause school's expensive, man. I don't know if you've noticed.
The school is, if I could have stayed at Wright College for another 2 years and get my bachelor's, I would have done so.
Yeah, but we did go to the one of the least expensive schools in the state, or at least the state, right?
It is a most affordable school in the state.
You know what's funny is all I knew was that it's inexpensive, and that was my only choice for going there. Cause
Really?
cause I've had to pay this entire time, like my entire college experience, I've paid and had to work. And this ain't 1962. Like this shit is expensive.
No, I feel you on that one. That's why I was lucky to be like on full rides when I was at Wright.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
So over
How'd
here,
you get that?
how did I do that?
Yeah. How'd you get a full
Uh,
ride?
I did scholarships, and I did SGA.
SGA, student
Mm-hmm.
government.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you were student government even over there.
Yeah.
You got it.
So
I'm gonna just get rid of that door. All right. Sorry. What was
yeah.
the last thing you said?
Yeah, I was in student government. I held first I was the treasurer, then I moved on to being the president. That was the last year I was there.
What is the benefit of doing SGA?
At NEIU or right?
Let's go with right. Like we could talk shit about right. We're not gonna.
So at Wright, actually, the benefit is that, surprisingly enough, City Colleges of Chicago and Wright College administration take what students have to say very seriously.
Really?
Like, even it's not where they're tokenizing students like, yeah, let's listen to what you have to say, but then don't see the value in what they're saying. Like, you're like, oh yeah, we have a student voice. Like, no, it's like they're actively listening to us and trying to see like how can we improve the student experience. So that's what I appreciate. And they make, I would say student government has an active role at Wright College in making sure that students are being represented in all aspects of the college.
So you really, no bullshit, represent the student.
Hmm.
Oh, that's really cool, man. I never knew that. They don't actually tell us this shit when we're there.
No, they don't.
I think the last time I ran for something was fourth grade class representative. And I was not very popular, so I did not win.
Oh, damn.
Did they give you scholarships over there too for student government?
So at Wright, they give you a full ride. So they pay for 3 semesters, summer, fall, and spring, and they give you a $500 book voucher.
No bullshit. Those book vouchers help.
Yeah,
Books are fucking expensive, dude.
especially
Um,
when they're not. using the most affordable publishers.
I don't know about you, but I always wait until like the second week and gauge if I really need the book.
Mm.
I don't know if you've ever done that. Like,
Uh, I'm gonna say I did it this semester. I'm not gonna say what class because I'm not gonna put myself out there like that. But I did that this semester, and then halfway through, I'm like, I think I need the book.
well, if you bought the book, it doesn't matter who it is, no, unless I don't know. Maybe they'll run into it and then be like, "Oh, Edwin, about my book."
Well, I was just like looking at like affordability. I'm
Mhm.
like, let's see how long can I go without needing the book. I'm like, can I pay attention to the material given, and can I perform well? Can I understand what I'm learning? So eventually, it's like, oh, I'm not understanding anything. I need the book.
At some point, you're like, "Are these PowerPoints enough?"
Yeah.
I don't know. That's always what I go through. Half the time it's yes, half the time it's no.
Hmm.
You said you work 2 jobs and go to school?
Yeah.
Dude, that's tough. That's impressive. I did that for 1 semester
Hmm.
and I was like, I can't. Like I just can't. Do you mind telling me what you do?
Yeah. I'm the store manager for dealer location for Metro by T-Mobile. So sales.
Is that both jobs?
No, so that's that one. Well, because I work for GetSet, so that's the job.
Oh,
I have to
shit.
do a certain amount of hours a week.
What, like giving them reports on how things are going and stuff?
Reports, events, being active on GetSet.
You know what I will say is that we did have trivia night at school and it was like me and a couple other people and I came in first place. So if anybody from school sees this, this is an open challenge. I am the middleweight champion at trivia.
Yeah,
So Edwin, you too, man. Next time we have one, you gotta join.
I will.
Oh man. Did you ever see yourself like being in this position, junior at university, getting full rides and shit?
No,
Really? Oh man, why not?
because I dropped out of school. I dropped out of high school. I just didn't. Um, I didn't see the value in high school. I didn't see it. I didn't see why am I doing this for what?
Which high school was that?
Roosevelt,
Roosevelt. Where's Roosevelt? I've heard of it.
Wilson, and Kimball. Brown line on
That's
Steuben.
okay, yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
closer by the lake.
yeah.
Oh, that's actually right by our school, right?
Mm-hmm.
Duh,
It's
I
on the
passed
street.
it on the bus. Oh my god. So then how'd you end up at right then?
um, I guess it was. I took my GED. I was taking GED classes at Wright,
Mhm.
so and I was taking them for 2 semesters. Um, I had the jobs I was working like they were okay, but I'm like I want to do more than just be a server. Nothing wrong with being a server. It's the best money I've ever made, but
I know. Sorry, go ahead.
I wanted to use more than just these set of skills to make a change in the world. So I'm like, if I want to see the world the way I want it to, or at least make a small impact, then I'm gonna need to like educate myself one way or another. And I was just seeing like a bunch of like people around me that were going to college, they were enjoying it, and I'm like, you know what? I'm like, if it's that fun, then I want a piece of it too. So then I started taking GD classes. There were um, at first I wasn't taking serious. I wasn't taking serious, and next time I'm like, you know what? I have to go. So then I went, But some of the information that they were giving me, I'm like, I know this. Mind you, I only went to like my the highest math I took was one semester of geometry. That's it.
Wow.
So I went in there with geometry skills and probably like my second year of English classes. So I went in there. I'm like, I'm not learning anything, and I'm like, I don't want to lose this track. I'm like, you know what? I'm like, let me just take this test. So what motivated me to take the test was that was the last semester that was going to be $50. I'm like, no, I have to take it now. So I took that test. The last date of the test, I procrastinated, took it, waited a month, and got my GED. The minute I saw it in there, went applied to right. I'm like, let's go.
Oh, dude, that's dope, man. That's being a food server, for those that don't know, it's fantastic money. However, you're on your feet for like 8, 10, 12 hours, and it's tough on the body, man.
Yeah.
So you got your GED. What's the difference between GED classes and just regular ass high school then?
You see, I don't want to put the school system down,
Well, I mean,
but
okay, just your experience.
I there's no different. I actually think that stop wasting your time. If you enjoy high school, enjoy it.
Some people
But
do.
if you are a fast learner and you don't think that the school either change schools, try to find a more rigorous curriculum,
Mhm.
find something that challenges you. If you don't, then just get your GD.
Like honors classes
And
eventually.
especially, yeah, just do your GD. I will honestly just say, like, do your GD. Because what I went to, like, this, um, I guess I'll leave this into like how our school system was. So I'm just naturally very able to adapt to my education really quickly.
Hmm.
Um, I went into college with the skills that I had basically just learned my freshman year of high school and eighth grade. So those teachers were really, really great that they taught me these college level skills, or I don't know. But I didn't test right away, and I was like one level under college level math, and then
Okay.
one level underneath English level math. So I
So you're
was,
like right there. Like
mhm,
here's college, you're like right here.
yeah. Then I see other students coming in, through like being at right, they were they were much more below than what I went into, and I'm like, I couldn't understand. I'm like, you went 4 years to school for this. You graduated from high school, and you were entering at a lower level than I did.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of people that they take high school as a joke and they're there just to be there. Um,
Hmm.
there's somebody I know right now who's 23 or 24 and still talks about the great times of high school as if it happened like 3 weeks ago, like a month ago. And you know what? That's all I'll say on this person. But at some point, you got to realize like life is definitely bigger than high school. And
Hmm.
that's something that I don't know, it sounds impressive, at least for you, is you knew, okay, this isn't me. And then later on, you were like, but I know I want to do something. Rather than, as I'm sure you know, some people that they're restaurant servers for 5, 10, 20 years. They like that is their career. And you know what's funny is I was a food server for like 2 years, 2.5
Okay.
years. And I remember when I found out that some people were there for like 5 or 6 or 7 years, we got into this argument because I also worked overnights at Walmart with people
Hmm.
that like they were old. They were like 70, but they had to work, right? And I remember telling the food servers like no, you have to do something. Like you can't just bullshit a decade and a half of your life or like just go. with no plan, no nothing, no goals, to the point where like I actually teared up because I thought about my old friends, like the old people
Mhm.
from Walmart. And that's something that a lot of people don't know, right? Is like you like it's okay to be happy, but you got to move up in life, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, man, you're a junior. Congrats. One more year.
Thanks.
Wait, no, a year and a half, right?
Yeah. Hopefully, maybe I might be there like an extra semester.
Yeah, same. Are you planning on taking summer classes?
Not this year. Uh, maybe next year. So I know that they're not like city colleges where they have like those 8-week courses.
Yeah.
And they have 2 semesters in the summer.
Yeah, that doesn't make sense to me still.
Uh,
Oh, you neither?
yeah, we did. I was like,
I don't get it. I need somebody to like explain that shit to me. Cause they said like you could take 4 classes over the summer, but how? I don't know. I don't know. One day I'll
yeah,
understand, and today's not the day.
I'll figure it out.
So what's the plan for the future, man? What's your plan? What is Edwin's plan, man?
I get asked this question a lot.
Yeah,
Um,
what's the answer?
just because they're like, what do you plan on doing in the future? Like, um, and today I was actually sitting down because I'm like, oh, it's my first day out of the semester, and I'm like, I thought to myself, I'm like, I cannot picture my day, one day in my life where I'm not learning something.
Mm-hmm.
So that's when I thought to myself, like, what am I gonna do? I'm like, I can't go to school forever, like, 'cause that's expensive. Like, I would love to if
Uh,
someone like if I end up running into someone who wants to fund 20 years of education for me, I'm like down for the cause. But as I'm going more into my field, which is marketing, I'm starting to enjoy more of it because I understand it. I comprehend it. It comes naturally to me. This and I'm a lot of things that I've experienced through like the classroom setting, I'm seeing it now. I'm seeing the relevance. So I eventually do want to either do market research, like find a good company that does market research, um, or manage or go into management. But I do love higher education. I'm not gonna lie and say I do not love higher education because that's where I want to get my master's in.
Masters in
And I'm
marketing.
no, and I think there's two different master's programs. So there's one at NEIU, which is a master's in leadership and higher education, and then there's one at UIC, which is the same thing. It just says urban leadership and urban higher education. So I want to also change education policy. So I'm huge on social justice and making sure that there's equity in education. Like I know that there's like especially more when the Black Lives Movement took took over the nation back in the spring. So that's why I'm like, it is important that we find these gaps between people of color so they're able to educate themselves and see how they could change a system that has disproportionately like put them down.
Yeah, I got a lot of opinions on that too. Like, it's kind of an open secret that Black and Hispanic people get shit on the most. And yeah, man, good, absolutely, man, good luck on that.
Thank you.
That's a very big goal, man. That's like Martin Luther King level goal. That's like Gandhi. Although I hope you're not assassinated. You sound like a good guy.
I hope so too.
Yeah, dude. Anybody that's tried changing the world gets assassinated, man. JFK, Martin Luther King, Jesus.
Oh,
Yeah, dude. Anybody that tries to change the world for the better.
But
They-
how important do you have to be in order to get to be for it to be called assassination, not murder?
See, that's a good point. That's a fantastic gray area.
Mhm.
I don't know, man. I heard this conversation on another podcast a few days ago. I think you definitely have to be important, right? At least
Yeah.
a little bit. But you also have to plan it out. Like it can't just be just run up on them, like how they did on
Mhm.
Nixon. Was it Nixon?
What's it?
Where some dude
When
ran
this?
up on him and shot him, but he didn't die.
No, I don't know.
You don't know? I'm pretty sure it's Nixon, and I don't think I learned that in school. You know, I gotta Google that. This is gonna bother me. Give me a second. I'm like 99% sure it was Nixon. Did Nixon?
Because I know Nixon, he had the Watergate scandal, so
Yes.
he was impeached.
Okay. April 13, 1972, Arthur Bremer carried a firearm to an event intending to shoot Nixon, but was put off by strong security. A few weeks later, he instead shot and seriously injured the governor of Alabama, George Wallace. Well then. Okay, so it was just wait, hold up. Samuel Bick attempted to hijack a plane flying out of Baltimore. Okay. In the hopes of killing President Nixon. Why did nobody like Nixon?
That's a good question.
That is definitely
He got
outside of
voted in, so they liked him to a certain
yeah,
point.
right? I don't know. Cuz I realized like a couple of people were trying to kill Nixon.
Was it Ronald Reagan first and then Nixon?
I believe it was Nixon first because Nixon lost to JFK.
Okay.
So I believe it was JFK, Nixon, Jimmy Carter, Ronald Reagan. I think.
Yeah,
Oh my God!
I
See,
think that sounds.
that
Yeah, because
sounds
it was
right.
George Bush Senior, so he was right before him. Yeah, that's right.
You know what? I think I did learn that in school. Thank you. School. Thank you. Yeah, man. I got nothing else. You answered pretty much all my questions. I don't know if you want to just rant.
I don't know. I think you pretty much triggered my mind a lot.
So if anybody, oh, that's something else I wanted to know. Is our GetSet connected to other schools or no? Or is it just like a space only reserved for us?
It's a space only reserved for us.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, that'd be kind of cool, right? GetSet
Yeah,
taking over Facebook.
it would be cool to see the other people. Maybe because at the same time, like things like this, I take back and I'm able to report back to my committee advisor, who then like takes what we're saying, like, okay, this is what the students are saying, like they will like this. So probably, how is it possible? How can we all just think of it like a tree? And then like the trunk, and then everyone's just separated. So, and it's separated, but then none of them are connected. It'll be good to connect all of them and
Like a
see what
spider.
everyone else is saying. Make the community bigger. But at the same time, I think that's how Facebook got started. It was only available to college students.
Yeah, that is. That is. That's what I'm saying, man. GetSet's gonna take over Facebook and then you're gonna have all of our information and data.
Oh, God.
And then you're gonna make
All of our
admin.
data.
So yeah, man. Uh People can find you on GetSet. If anybody sees this from school, use GetSet unless you're not a part of CBM, then I don't know, send a carrier pigeon. I don't know what else people use nowadays. Don't text me. Yeah, anything else you want to say, man?
I think that's it.
All right. Well, thank you for the time. Thank you for explaining GetSet to me.
Okay.
I was definitely curious about it. And yeah, I'm going to actually ask, he doesn't know it yet, but I'm going to ask Ryan Nguyen to help me with something. You know, Ryan?
Oh, yeah, he's one of the ambassadors. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm going to ask him over GetSet.
Yeah. Use it for that.
So yeah, man. This has been another episode. I don't know what number I'm on. So yeah.
All right.